I just wanted to talk real quick while I have a second about self love and just like how to get to that place, or at least how I got to that place. And like I, I said recently to some of my friends that truly falling in love with myself was the best thing I could have ever done for myself. And it's definitely easier said than done. Saying I love you to yourself is tough because especially where like most of our humor is self-deprecating and things like that. It's important to realize your worth and how much you contribute to the world, even if you don't feel like you do anything. I mean, just your presence alone is a contributation. That's not a word. It contributes. And literally, like Monday, today is Friday the 4th, so Monday the 30th? Yeah. The 30th, I was just like, I really, truly love myself. And I realized that after, like, for the last few years, I'm just like getting better about it, learning more about myself, and, telling myself, you look great, you're a goddess, you're a queen, you can do all these great things. Look at what you've done so far. Look at what you've survived. Look what you've gone through and come out stronger for. And I've just been telling myself over that for years now. And I mean, having supportive friends and families who kind of help reiterate that really helps. But at the same time, you got to keep saying it to yourself. But you also have to believe it. It's one thing to just repeat it and say it, but you have to truly believe it. And part of me wasn't fully believing that. And that's when I could just kind of, like go in those ups and downs. Like in Breakfast at Tiffany's, when you said you have the mean reds. And it's like the blues, but not the blues. And, yeah, and part of that, I contribute part of that to letting myself step out of my comfort zone and be happy with what I'm doing, what I'm creating, and not just in a slump of going to work, coming home, kind of working on some things. Some days being just like, oh, I don't feel like it. And I know that may not make sense because I think we equate self-love with maybe body image and self-confidence, which I definitely have my ups and downs with my body image. I'm not at the weight or the physique that I want to be, but I'm working on it, and that's a big step. I'm doing. I think one part of like me truly falling in love with myself is that I'm starting to do things for me and not just like for my bank account or make sure this bill gets paid or just to keep going. That makes any sense? Just trying to get from point A to point B instead of, going off this exit and seeing what's there and going off the next exit and seeing what's down that way. And I know I'm kind of all over the place with this because it wasn't like a straight line or straight timeline where I could just pinpoint the exact moment or thing that was said or done to really iterate what I'm trying to talk about. And yes, I know my jacket's on backwards. I'm in my uniform and I don't want you to know where I work. I love you guys, but I don't want you to know where I work. It's just kind of, I don't know, Monday I was just like, what made me like really be like, I'm happy with my life right now, despite not being where I want to be, and things like that. It was just, I was coming home. I said Monday. It was earlier this week. I was coming home from a friend's house, and a song that for the last year, whenever it came on, made me cry because it made me think of the relationship situation I was dealing with. And like I know like people are like, oh, don't cry over a fuck boy or this or that, but I had invested so much into something that culminated into something really bad. So it definitely got to me. And it definitely kind of at times made me doubt myself where I was just like, okay, what did I do? What did I say? And things like this, it is both parties. So, sometimes it's more party than one party, and the other party here is reacting to what this party is doing. And that was kind of what was going on. It's like we both said and did things that I know I'm not proud of. Um, but yeah, that song normally makes me cry, and I literally started laughing because I'm like, it doesn't bother me anymore, and I was absolutely giddy, and I know that's a weird correlation from like an outside thing over here dictating my self worth over here, but it's just like that doesn't bother me anymore because I have grown as a person, because I have learned from that. I have learned to move on from that and trust in me, trust in what I feel, and do what I need to do for my happiness, if that makes any sense. And that's why I just like, I'm so happy, I'm so excited because I've just decided to truly be me in the capacity I can be at this time and dedicate the love I was trying to give someone who didn't want it back to myself. And I don't mean it in like the narcissistic way. I think I already said that, but just in like a genuine, like, I'm not going to be taken advantage of anymore. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to stick to my guns, do what I think is best for me and anyone else who comes in my life. And then, I can give people, like the next person maybe I'm intimate with or I fall in love with, I can give them the true love that they deserve and just want, and we can make it work because I don't have any hangups about myself or major insecurities about like, well, if I say the wrong thing, what will happen? I know that if that won't matter, I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say anymore, but um, just knowing at the end of the day, even if something doesn't work out, I'm still there for me. I still care about me. Um, I'm looking out for myself. And it kind of in a selfish way, but not in a selfish way. Selfish enough where I don't make stupid decisions. And not at the same time so I can give out that vibe that I want to receive. Whereas like I want to give out love and caring and genuineness. Words are hard. Genuineness and receive that back. And surround myself with positivity and positive people and love and support. And I think it's just a combination of, self-worth, understanding you do have flaws, but learning how to work with them, accept them, work with them if you want to change them, and, learning from your mistakes, figuring out what you want from yourself. Like, I want to be happy. And it's not as simple as waking up and being happy and just being, I'm going to be happy today. It's going through the process of figuring out what makes you happy and striving to do those things, accept those things, and then just accepting yourself as a whole. And like, things have happened, I've moved past it. I'm hopefully a better person for it. And just accepting there's so much more to come, and it'll be easier if you are happy and you love yourself. And again, it's taken me years to get this point, years and years. And I mean, just 10 years ago, I was like a little baby budding flower, finally starting to get a little bit of self-confidence, finally starting to see myself in a better light, but it was small. I was still riddled with self-doubt. I ended up dropping out of college because of it, but, you know, now 10 years, I graduated in 2009, so 10 years high school in 2009. So, you know, from there on, I have gotten 2 associate's degrees, a bachelor degree, a master's degree, and I may go to get my PhD at some point. And I've only been able to do that because I have taken steps to build up my self-confidence, to be like, okay, I know I can do this. Let me do it. And then sometimes going out of my comfort zone when I'm feeling a little too confident, being like, okay, I'm going to try this. And then end up succeeding because I took that step. And that builds on your confidence. It's like, okay, I did this thing I thought I couldn't do. And then, okay, now let me see if I can do this thing I didn't think I could do. I never thought I could edit videos. And then I looked into a ton of different editing softwares and like, this isn't that hard. And I just watched some tutorials and it's like, oh, I'm making this so much harder than it has to be. And it's just little steps like that. And with like body image, I look back a year and a half ago at like some of my Dragon Con pictures, and I looked fit. I was fit, but I thought I was like chunky. I was like, I could lose 5 more or 10 more pounds. I didn't need to. I was fit. I mean, me and my best friend were walking every single day, about 5 miles. But it's still like in my mind's like, oh, I could lose a little. Now I weigh 20 plus pounds from that, and I'm just like, yes, I am a thick queen. Like, look at this ass. But and then I'm working out to be healthy, not to lose weight, which I think is a big shift in my mentality, image wise. Like, the losing weight and looking good was for other people. It wasn't for myself. And the healthy working out and eating better is for me and to ensure a longevity of my life, which is really important. And it, like I said, it's just little things like that to build yourself up. And it will take a long time. And just, you know, look in the mirror and being like, you just look in the mirror and say, I love you. And that's going to be hard, especially if you're not a person who says I love you easily. Now I am. I tell all my friends I love them. I will just yell it at them in the store and embarrass them into saying it back because people are just like, what? What's going on? And even like roommates in college are like, how do you say that so easily? I'm just like, I mean it. There's platonic love, intimate love, relationship love, familial love. You know, people aren't around forever, so say it. And it's not easy to say. It's not easy to say to yourself. I think saying it to myself was the hardest, and saying it and meaning it to myself is the hardest version of saying it. And, you know, you just got to take these little steps to build yourself up. I mean, starting with saying I love you every day, even in your head, just to yourself. You don't have to say it out loud. And then moving on to saying it out loud. And then, you know, just one day looking at all you've done and how far you've come in like the last year, the last 6 months, or even the last month. I mean, I've made huge strides just within 30 days. The beginning of December, I was just like stressed out, overwhelmed, panic mode because there was so much I needed to do. And then the holidays came and went. I started this, and in 2.5 weeks, and this sounds absolutely crazy. I can't even process that I'm actually really saying it to myself, but I become so much more happier just in the 2.5 weeks of talking to a camera in front of myself. And that sounds crazy. I'm genuinely happy. Like, now I kind of understand, like, you watch all these YouTubers, they're like, yeah, I really love doing this. You know, I just sit in front of a camera. I love talking to you guys and whatnot, and making us, the viewer, feel included in what's going on with them. And I get that now. I mean, I know it's like just my friends who subscribe to me, which that's fine. I love you guys. And thank you so much for it. But it is a lot of fun. And, you know, sharing my cosplay work and stuff like that, you know, the stuff I love to do is really fulfilling. And that's what I was missing. I think that's what I was missing in my personal self worth and love and growth was just I was doing cosplay stuff on the side and trying to kind of focus on it more, but I was letting a job that I'm not the fondest of control my mindset, and like things that I can't take care of at the moment, I will later down the line, but not right now, also control my mindset and just overwhelm me and make me forget who I am, what I love to do, and my love for myself. And I think I've probably rambled enough, but again, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. I know, like, made it seem like I listened to that song and bam, it just helped me remember who I was and kind of just help me get into a better mindset or realize the mindset I was in and being like, I love myself. Like I posted on like Facebook, I was like, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. My friend messaged me and they're like, tell me everything. Assuming that I had started dating someone, I was just like, well, Spider-Verse has been the best Spider-Man movie to come out so far. And they're like, yes, true, but who's the new person? I was like, that person's me. And they're like, oh, I'm like, I know how cheesy that sounds, but genuinely, I've just learned to be happy with myself and figured out what makes me happy, what makes me fulfilled, what I can do, and what I'm going to do in the future just because I'm gained the confidence to do whatever I want, basically. And I'm currently in a position to do that right now, thankfully. I feel like if the circumstances were different, I might postpone some more things or maybe not have started this at all. I don't know. And that you have to go with how life takes you. But through that, just, you know, try to remember your self-worth and that you're a wonderful, beautiful person who deserves love not only from others, but from yourself, and you are worth it. All right, so I guess I'll stop rambling here, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Comment, subscribe, like, let me know if you're trying to work through the self-love thing and figuring it out, or if you have your story behind it. I'd love to hear. All right, I hope you have a great day. I love you. Bye.